Adding a contract onto the Don't Travel Empty Coach Records module. In order to add a contract onto DTE, in the first instance, then you need to do exactly the same as you do for a private hire job, which is to go to Manage at the top of the page, and from the drop-down bar, click Add a New Job / Quote. From here, it's very straightforward, and you simply follow the numbered sections as you go down. Section 1 being the journey type, and we've already decided it's going to be a contract / repeated job, so we click on that option. That tells the system what kind of a job it is going to be. The customer, you need to start typing the customer's name into the customer box, and if you've already created that customer, they will now appear and you can choose them. If they haven't been created, you can do so by adding a new customer. The same for the vehicle type. We're going to be contracted for a 29-seater here. We've already added the 29-seater into the system, so it backfills, but you can add a new vehicle type if you need to. Now, locations, start point and end point, the more information that you put in, location, street, etc., the more information will appear on the paperwork for the invoice and the driver's ticket, etc. But for now, all we will do is we will be going from Cromer in North Norfolk to Aylsham in Norfolk. So we'll start typing Cromer, and we choose Cromer Norfolk from the drop-down box, and then we type in Aylsham, and we choose Aylsham from the drop-down box. Now, the timings of the first job, you need to enter in here the first day that you want the contract to appear in the Don't Travel Empty system. So again, for the purposes of this, we'll enter the 23rd of February, and the first pickup time is 7 a.m. in the morning. So we choose 7 a.m. and we click away. Now remember, from the private hire jobs, Don't Travel Empty works out the distance between the pickup and the drop-off point, and it estimates the arrival time, and it's done that here, arriving at 7:20 because it's 11 miles. Now, most contracts, especially school runs, will have a number of pickups, and the system doesn't currently allow the timings of pickups to be taken into account. So you need to override the estimated time and put in your own arrival time. We think we're going to arrive at 7:45. Now, one thing to remember here is when you click away from there to get 7:45 accepted in there, the system works backwards to tell you that you need to leave at 7:25 in order to arrive at 7:45, and you completely and utterly ignore it altogether. Okay. Now, exactly the same will occur for the afternoon run. We're picking up at the school at 1500 in the afternoon. We click away. It estimates the arrival time. We ignore that and override it by choosing our own time of 15:45. We then click away from that for the system to take it. We ignore the new departure time, and we come down to section 6, availability. Now, we advise you to click not available for work here and then move down to further information. Passenger numbers will always be the number of seats that you've been contracted for, and then you put in here the price of the contract per day that you're charging, and then in the comments box you can put in the details of your pickup. So at 700 in the morning, we are going to be collecting from Cromer bus station, and then at 07:10 in the morning we will be collecting from Cromer bus stop, so on and so forth. Don't worry, you only have to do this once. You'd also put in the afternoon times as well. So we'll be dropping off at Cromer in the afternoon, say at 15:45 as it's the last drop off, etc. And we do that for all the pickups and drop offs, and then we save and select contracted dates. Now, as you can see on the calendar, and the calendar goes for the whole year, that we are now been highlighted, and if we just left it at that, we'd create a contract for one day. And we might as well have entered it as a private hire job. What you don't want to do, though, is have to create 190 contracts for every school day, or 190 jobs for every school day, or if it's a contract that runs every single day of the year, 365, etc. So you have a quick select option up here, and it works as this. You click on selected dates, and if you choose daily, then all of a sudden we are creating a contract that will be running every single day of the year, as you can see. If it doesn't run daily, it runs weekly, like most school runs do. You click weekly, and then you're given the option of what days of the week you want the contract to run for. And school runs mostly a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you can see now it's been highlighted for all of those days. Okay, so we then unclick that so we can show you the next option, which is monthly. And it may be a swimming contract that runs on the first day of the month. It may be another swimming contract that runs on the second day of the month, or the third day of the month, so on and so forth. And then finally, you can have the option of choosing on selected dates, and then you click the actual day that you want the contract to run for, like that. Okay, simple as that. What we will do is we will choose the contract to run weekly, and it will run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. We'll backfill those to make sure that that's okay, and it will run and it will end after 40 weeks, let's say. Okay, and you can see now that we've got the contract added for 40 weeks. Now you can go back now and unhighlight the holidays if you know the holidays, because you don't want to create the contract during the holidays, obviously. You then come down and you choose the contract name. This will be School Run 1, and then right at the very bottom you create that contract. Now it's creating 180, 190 different jobs all at once now, so it will take a moment or two. You'll get the processing bar at the end, and then it has created the contracts for you. Now, if you then want to just check that, we'll type into the customer bar Lawrence Sheriff School, and we can see the contract has been created for us. And if we click on here, it will now show all the jobs that have been created, loads and loads and loads of them. And each individual job can be clicked on and viewed and edited, and the times can be changed and it can be deleted and so on and so forth, so you can keep the contracts bang up to date. Okay, so that's as easy as that for creating a contract. And if we go to the diary now, we should be able to see on the 23rd of February that contract appears in the diary. There it is, Cromer to Aylsham in the morning, and then there should be the return leg in the afternoon, and there it is. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Okay.